One thing I'm always trying to figure out whenever I come out for a shoot is how can I power everything efficiently without adding a ton of weight to my overall setup. Now you guys know I love talking about batteries and power banks and stuff, and I've been a huge fan of Anker for many years now. It's been cool to see them kind of grow and their products progress. But this power bank specifically has one feature that I can't believe has never been in a power bank before, and now every other power bank is kind of ruined for me, so thanks. Now they sent over 3 different products. We have 2 battery banks here, one at 20,000 milliamps and one at 27,000 plus milliamps of recharge power. But we also have my new favorite thing, which is this 100-watt charging base station. The base station not only adds convenience, but also functionality to your charging setup. When you get back home and your battery is depleted, or you just want to make sure you're topped off, there's magnetic smart connectors on the bottom of each of these power banks, and I can just set this on top of the base station and it's immediately going to start charging. Like that. Now it does top out at 100 watts, so it's not the fastest way to charge these power banks, but again, most of the time I just leave it on here so that way I know it's ready to go when I head out and I can just grab it and go. It also comes incredibly useful when my kid is trying to watch something in the back and my iPad was dead this morning, and so now we can charge it up fully, easily on the go. On the side of the base station, there's also 2 more USB Type-C ports and a USB Type-A. So you can actually leave cables plugged into this and charge other devices in addition to the power bank that you place on top. Now for the past month that I've had these power banks, this 20,000 milliamp one has been awesome just to give to Michelle when she goes out for her work days. She doesn't like complex technology. She doesn't like using apps to check statuses and connect to Bluetooth and some of the features we're going to go over on this one that I think are really cool as a techie. It's great for her to just throw in the case and be able to charge her phone and her laptop. Now last week, one of our clients actually didn't realize her battery completely died on the way to a meeting, and so she was able to plug in her MacBook Pro and get it all the way up to about 60% on a full-size MacBook Pro from 0 while she continued to use it. In terms of the physical design, both of these are pretty much the same. Obviously, this one is taller because it has a bigger capacity. Both of them have 2 USB Type-C ports on the top and 1 USB Type-A. They have a singular button on the side, which allows you to shuffle through the various menus, which we'll talk about. And then we have the smart connector as well as the built-in magnets on the bottom for the base station. Now the 2 Type-C ports on the top, you can actually choose to either charge the device or charge your other devices externally, and they do allow for quick charge, so they do charge significantly faster than the 100-watt base station. Now just to run through the quick menus on here, we can see our battery percentage. On the taller one, we actually have Bluetooth functionality, which I'll show you in a minute. You can also adjust your setting for how long the screen will last before it times out, and you can adjust the screen brightness from high to medium. So now let's talk about the Bluetooth, which is only on the 27,000 milliamp version. So when I open up the Anker app here, I can see my 2 different Anker products at the top. And when we jump into it, we can see that it's connected. Now, if I were to take my iPad here, and I'll just plug this guy in. Now on the display, as soon as we plug something in, on both the 20,000 milliamp version and this one, we can see real-time information, which is incredibly helpful for many reasons. One, we can see how much time remaining of the power bank we actually have before it's totally drained, so 2 hours, 48 minutes. And we can see that it's pulling about 32 watts. But again, it's impossible to say, oh, this iPad is, I don't really know, maybe it's 3,000 or 4,000 milliamps, and does that mean I can get like 5 recharges out of 27,000? No, but Anker inside the app built this really cool interface to add in specific devices, and it's actually going to be able to calculate everything and tell us exactly how many charges or how much of a full charge we can get depending on that device. So I'm going to hit add device here. If you have Apple products, I highly recommend downloading this free app called Mac Tracker. It has every Apple product ever created, and it's basically all the tech specs for it. So it makes something like this incredibly easy. 15 Pro Max, and here we have 4422 milliamps. And this one I can go into my settings and see my maximum capacity is 97%. So I'm going to put that in here. So again, if this is at 100%, I can charge my phone 4.1 times. Now, one of the reasons I absolutely love this feature is you can input any sort of device, not only your typical, phone and laptop and tablet. But what I actually did was found the watt hours or milliamps for all of my specific LPE6 batteries for my Blackmagic, my DJI Ronin 4D, any type of battery that I can connect to this thing. And that way I can add them to the home screen and see how many times I can actually get a recharge out of those camera batteries. Again, features like this are so important because it allows you to not have to be some like scientist or ultra tech nerd to calculate how often you can recharge something out of one battery bank. You can just go, oh, I'm plugging this in. It says it's going to give me 2.5 times this charge or 3 charges of this. And as photographers and filmmakers, we got 100 different things on our mind. And honestly, the last thing that needs to be on it is how can I recharge my batteries efficiently? And is this going to last me through the day? Again, making that sort of battery data easy to understand for everyone is something I've never seen in a power bank before. To me, this is truly the best compact portable charger for any sort of creative, because in addition to all the other, cool charging tech that they have, fast charging, protecting from overcharging, all that good stuff that Anker has in all of their battery technologies, just being able to know how many times can I charge this device is incredibly crucial. Oh, and did I mention it also has a find device feature, so I can just start finding. And for 3 minutes, there's a little microphone on the bottom of this that will just send out this very high-pitched screeching noise. So that way, if you lose it in your house somewhere or whatever, and you're within Bluetooth range, you can easily find it, just kind of like Find My iPhone. So whether you just need a charger for your phone and laptop, or you want something that's going to give you bigger capacity and be able to charge all your various different gear and understand how much it's actually going to get you in terms of charging, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below of these 2 power banks. Huge shout out to Anker for sending it out and sponsoring this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.